Yeah, so my announcement is just talking about the band for like 5 seconds.
Yes, Brian has an announcement today on Think Metal. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is me, Think So Joe, here with my dear friend, Brian Muller.
What up?
We're waiting for George to get here, as per usual.
He's not coming.
He'll be here.
Is the door locked?
The door's probably locked, but I think my wife's out there now to let him in, so... And now we're recording the podcast, too. So for you podcast listeners, welcome to Think Metal.
Booyah.
I am Think So Joe. He is Brian Muller.
Again, yeah.
George will be here shortly.
Maybe.
Yes!
Maybe.
We're so well organized on All Western New York Radio.
I love it.
Oh, man. So you have been through a lot of shit since the last time I've seen you.
Oh my god, yeah. We went from recording an out. Okay, so as the guitarist of Scarlet Embrace, or I am now officially the former guitarist of Scarlet Embrace. I don't get into all that bullshit that he said, she said. So this is what's going on. Our singer Jen decided she didn't want to perform with the entire band anymore. So she's got 3 new members. I know all of them pretty personally. They're all great guys. Expect to hear some new music from them probably in the next coming months. I'm in a few other projects. Some of them will be debuted on All Western New York Radio and on Think Metal. And hopefully you'll get some new tunes from us in probably about a month. I hope so. I got some gigs booked next month in Pennsylvania. So.
Nice. I was just talking to you before the show, and I was lamenting the fact that you've already got yourself a new front person for what used to be Scarlet Embrace, and that means that you're probably not going to be available to come to Think So Brain like we've been trying to convince you to do.
Maybe. The only problem is, like I said, you guys are just a little too metal for me. What can I say? It's I have to use 2 hands when I mention you guys because it's too much metal for one hand.
Too much metal for one hand. There you go. But like I told you a couple of weeks ago, you put down what you put down, get a drummer that's like real metal, and then that's like cool shit, man. That's what we need. I was actually I didn't know what the story was when you were coming in here. I just knew that you and the rest of the guys were out of Scarlet Embrace, so I was gonna be like, so does that mean that you and Miller are available?
Miller, I do have to state for the record, if you want to see Mike Miller play drums as fast as you want to see him, next week he's opening up with a band called Billy Draws 2 for Hinder at the Niagara Falls, what is that, Rapids Theater.
Rapids Theater, yeah. Great venue down there in Niagara Falls, New York.
Yeah, it was just brought to his attention. They offered him the gig just 2 or 3 days ago, and he actually started practicing with me yesterday, so I wish him the best of luck, and Johnny Helms will be playing guitar on one of their songs there too, so who's our audio engineer.
Johnny's a great guy. We worked with him before.
Oh, yeah, he's an awesome guy. So if you guys want to see Mike and Johnny play, go to the Rapids Theater in Hinder. I know tickets are almost sold out, too. So
Probably. That's what's the date on that? Do you know?
I think it's this Friday.
Friday?
I don't have a date, though. I'm not going, so I'm
Friday
sorry.
I have to work, so I will not be there.
But you'll be in Niagara Falls, so you may hear
I will be in Niagara Falls.
the raucousness.
If they're playing loud enough, maybe. I'm about 4 miles away from there. But, I am stuck in Niagara Falls on Friday, yes.
And what are you going to do?
And you're lucky I like you, because I was sick on Friday, this past Friday, and I was like, dude, maybe I should call Sean and tell Sean to work tonight, and I'll work Sunday. And it's like, crap, Brian and George are coming over Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
We're ordering wrestling pay-per-view. Of course, I feel a hell of a lot better now. I felt better later that night. I woke up, I had a swollen uvula. You ever have that happen to you?
Yes.
That is like the worst thing. Because it doesn't hurt, but it's uncomfortable.
Yep.
And you can't breathe or swallow correctly. It's just,
I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't swallow, I'll tell you.
Well, we know all about you and how much you like to swallow.
Yeah. I'm the resident gaysist of all
Yes,
this.
George isn't here to make racial
Thank God.
jokes at your expense and call you gay yet.
Well, what I can do is I can just Facebook message him and ask him where he is. Oh, wait, no, I can't.
George is on Twitter, however, at Punish78.
Yes.
We've been in contact with him all week, trying to remind him to bring instruments to play while we're waiting between the end of our wrestling show and the wrestling pay-per-view that we're ordering this evening. And speaking of the wrestling podcast, today at 2 p.m., I try not to promote this too much on this particular show because it's two different networks and two different systems. But later today, 2 p.m. Eastern, Mixler.com/BoardWrestlingFan, we are going to have, get this, from the Carolina Panthers, number 82 tight end Gary Burnage on the show, kicking off the show with an interview. Apparently, he is a huge wrestling fan. I've been on his Twitter page. He's got pictures of the Royal Rumble from this past month. And also last year's WrestleMania, last year's Over the Edge. So very, very cool that we actually have an NFL football player on the show this week.
I'm tempted to ask him if the worst thing that happened to him this year was either being in the Panthers or CM Punk losing at the Royal Rumble.
That would be a good question, I think. I know that.
I know the answers.
Yeah.
He's not going to say the Panthers.
Well, obviously not. He's not going to want to get himself in trouble with his team. They'll be like, okay, let's see who's getting cut this year. Barnage, you're gone.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. It actually came to my attention Tuesday morning that we were getting this interview. I finished watching Monday Night Raw and went on Facebook and had a message from my friend Cassidy down in North Carolina, and he says, hey, man, how'd you like to interview Gary Burnage of the Panthers about wrestling on Sunday? Yeah, sure, why not? That's cool. And then later on that day, I won a tablet. I had a good Tuesday.
So, I got one question for you. Do you actually become famous if you keep interviewing famous people?
Maybe. I mean, I do know a bunch of, people that are famous for interviewing people or running wrestling-related websites and interviewing wrestlers. But I don't know if that necessarily makes me famous for interviewing famous people.
Okay. Well, you're famous in my heart.
Oh, well, thanks, Brian. Doink the Clown said he wants to beat me up. I think that...
That is awesome. How can you anger Doink the Clown?
You don't know enough about him when you interview him. That
is not fair. That is not fair because how many people played Doink the freaking Clown?
Well, I mean, that's where he caught me. Was I mentioned? Oh yeah, so how did the idea of Dink come up? And he says, "Dude, it wasn't me with that fucking midget." Like, oh,
well, how are we supposed to know that? Come on, you're going on. This is like 1994, for God's sakes.
Well, I figure it's Doink the Clown, man. I know this guy. I know about this guy.
Look.
Hey, look who showed up.
Oh my God.
And but he's like, well, I'll tell you, if I ever see you, I'm gonna hit you with the whoopee cushion, which is his finisher move for those that don't follow pro wrestling or didn't back in the Doink the Clown. you got the Dink the Clown to his Doink the Clown for Snapples here.
Yeah, but I got 12 Dink the Clowns.
Oh.
Yeah, that is true. So you got Pink and Wink and all the.
I can get more doinks.
Pink,
Don't worry.
Wink, Dink. Oh my God.
George, welcome.
Well, it's nice to be back.
Welcome.
How's it going?
We were just you missed the big announcement from Brian. That
Yeah, you suck.
we'll tell you about that when we go to song break.
What are you? Are you sponsored again?
He is sponsored again. Actually,
Yeah,
I
I
did
know.
see it.
Oh yeah. Trainer amps.
Yeah,
Trainer
I saw
Amps.
that.
Trainer Amps now sponsoring.
Yeah, since I'm
Brian
now on
here.
Twitter.
Yeah, he
right,
said he
I
was going to
followed you.
Facebook message you, and then realized he couldn't.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
And
gonna.
we were
Facebook
wondering when
that-
you were getting here.
Oh, so what's the new announcement? You're straight.
No.
Shit. Sorry, ladies.
I'm still here for you.
He's still here for
God.
George.
But for the women, he's
He's going to be the guy that's calling all Western New York radio, calling the Noah's Ark show, going, "Hey, George."
Yeah. Well, if you guys ever have another Noah's Ark show.
Yeah, whenever that happens.
That's up to Noah.
You already mentioned I still have hair.
Yeah, that if the second we go back, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't
I
gonna
know. I'm waiting for it, man. I'm like, all
stay.
right.
So am I.
I'm like, all right, I get to buzz my hair today. Oh, Noah's sick.
Yeah,
Damn.
Noah had he had the AIDS again, just like Kyle.
He got it from Kyle, I'd
did.
imagine.
He did.
He's got the HIV.
In other music related news, our friend Redbeard has a new bass. His fiance bought him a Warwick because he saw that I had a couple
Nice.
and he got jealous, so he got a nice one. Congratulations to Redbeard, even though I know he's not fucking listening. Well, fuck him, I'm gonna
Fuck
say it
him.
anyways. That's right. That's right.
Go suck a dick, Redbeard.
Oh Jesus! I'd say that, but I'd wait till I said it to his face because it would feel more like
Tasty?
accomplished if I did it that way. And he
For
fixes
those of you
my
that
car,
don't
so I
know-
can't say shit.
For those of you that don't know, Redbeard is the bass player for the Kennedy Carpool.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Go, Joe.
Speaking of music, let's play some. This is, let's see what we got here. I got a whole playlist ready for you. This is Low Road Revival from Tonawanda.
Woo!
And this song is called Down, right here, Think Metal, All Western New York Radio. She said between, come on, you can do it. Okay, there it goes.
Nice.
So she's like, oh, I'll be there between 10 and 11. I'm like, okay, so it's like quarter to 11. Are you coming? I'm leaving in a few minutes.
In my haste, I brought the PlayStation 3.
Started, yeah, look at
I look at that. See? Yes.
Deep inside, like 1,000 knives, so stay close. Don't go forever in our can move along. Life is song, it's sad is song. Can't waste it now. Inside my head, can't choke this love until it's dead. No slave on hold, no more breath. Can kill you all, face your death. Letting the rain beat on your skin. Down this road that always seems so short. Forever in so many hearts. The force of will has ripped us apart. Sitting here among your closest friends. In this place halfway through town.
Oh, that's Led by the Blind, halfway through town here, all Western New York Radio. Think metal.
So, what do you have to say about the Blind? I know you've got something bad. You are our leading
They can't see the
racist
future.
bigot. You know, I'd wave to them, but they would never know.
Hey, I've seen George Bush wave to Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, see, did that motherfucker know I'm blind? Oh, that shit. That's funny as shit. See, we love everybody on Think Metal.
Absolutely.
Blind,
Who's she?
the sighted. Who's she? It's me, you dork.
It's George in a wig.
Oh,
cute.
that's hap- Oh, I haven't heard from her in forever.
That's coming up a little later.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you all about her later on.
very. In case you're wondering, she's really cool, really great musician.
She has a song called "Raped," so
Wow.
I'm in.
Which is what we're playing.
It's about me. It was about my time in prison. I told her.
That's
about
coming
it.
up in the last song break. So that's like two song
I
breaks.
guess I'm gonna have to wait to divulge all the information of that. But just in case you were wondering, yeah, it's about me.
So does industrial music count as metal?
In certain instances, yes, like the band Bile, that can be metal and industrial.
What about Nine Inch Nails?
That's more techno industrial. Mushroom Head's more
Yeah,
industrial
what
metal.
about what about Head Like a Hole, man?
Head Like a Hole was okay, but there's
Piggies?
no March of the Pigs, yes. What's that other one? Wish, yes.
Isn't that an issue? Doesn't everybody think that's an issue that music is so diluted. We worked so hard. I have a buddy who's about 49 years old. So
Okay.
we had a conversation. He goes, we worked so hard to make rock and roll, just to have rock and roll have it be called music because
Yeah.
nobody called it music.
Okay.
And then the second we called rock and roll music,
It changed.
it changed to mine's music, but not
Yeah.
yours.
Well,
like, what's up with that? Why do we have to dilute stuff? Like,
because here's the thing: everybody wants to feel individual, or every groundbreaking band, or just every band in general, wants to feel like they have something that's theirs. So what happened was these bands started diluting the genres, and they started making subgenres, and they started branching out. Next thing you know, it turns into a March Madness bracket full of different music genres. And honestly, there have been a few instances where I've seen brackets of different music.
oh yeah, there's a great metal documentary about it.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Plays it.
Yes, I have seen. That's
But like that's the thing. It's like, and then I saw one of those brackets. It was goth metal. Then it was European goth metal. Then it was Asian goth. Listen, guys, let me throw this out there. It's goth metal, and when
Yeah.
it comes down to it, it's metal music.
yeah.
If it's heavy, it's fucking metal to me,
That's
man.
it.
That's just it. Like,
I mean,
I'm
like
totally for
like
it.
Sabbath. Everyone says Sabbath is metal. Okay, I'll give you Sabbath is metal. Thank you to Iommi and his trichord. I mean, when it really comes down to it, though, man, you have rock and roll, and then you have rock, and the difference between those two to me is rock and roll. It rocks, but you can dance to it.
And then there's a genre called Moroccan roll.
Is it?
Moroccan roll.
Yes,
Is that related to Morocco mole?
it might be. Actually, Secret Squirrel had something to say about that. But no, the band The Tea Party kind of, was described as that. And I love The Tea Party. I love all the crazy shit that they do and all the wonderful influences that they have, but they're not metal. Back to your question about Nine Inch Nails is some of their catalog can be described as metal, but some of it can't.
And I think that's difficult because I mean, like look at Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
I know metal fans that go Metallica used to be metal. No, they're still metal. They're still heavy.
They never changed.
You know what? Listen, there's a thing called a progression. Like I think I'm not sure if I said it on the air, but Saint Anger is a metal record. Saint Anger, if you watch the Some Kind of Monster documentary, they go, we want to make an album where it sounds like a band is going into the garage for the first time and jamming, but that band is Metallica, and that is Saint Anger.
And it did sound like a garage record.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I think we've talked about that particular film on the show, and I think I've said, and every time this film comes up, is every time I watch it, I want to listen to Saint Anger.
Yeah.
It's the greatest promotion for Saint Anger that they could ever have made.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say the only issue I have is that Rob Trujillo isn't on that record because I think he could killed on that record.
They needed a real bass player, and they needed
Yeah.
to make that a prominent part of the mix. And unfortunately, they had Bob Rock,
Bob Rock he's a pretty good producer.
but he shouldn't be playing instruments on somebody's record. That's
Most engineers and most producers usually will record something on there, but not an entire record. I understand why they did it.
yeah, but
And I appreciate that documentary for what it is. When I go into a band situation now, I'm able to talk about my feelings a lot more because I'm able to have something like that in the story of Anvil to tell the rest of the band members, listen, I don't want 20 years down the line, whether we're together or not, to still be angry.
yeah, oh yeah.
Let's just talk this stuff out. And and the problem is I always have my Lars voice when I do it. Well, I know how you're feeling. Now this is what I'm taking.
Do you have his hairline too?
Oh no.
Do you borrow like a bald cap and fucking just glue some random cotton balls on there and
Oh,
just say,
man.
"Look, I'm Lars, man." And he does speak about his feelings in the band situation. He goes, "I hate them blacks." Wow! God damn it, sons of bitches!
He was so happy when you weren't here.
Oh man, he's just like
I have to, and you know what? You get to deal with me all fucking day now.
Literally all day.
All day.
Holy shit!
Oh man, I think I'm coming down with something there.
I think
Oh no,
gotta
you're
leave.
sticking around. You're the reason I'm ordering this pay-per-view.
See, yeah, it was your suggestion. Now you know what
Well,
he's gonna do. Every month he's gonna start suggesting it.
Well, he can't.
Except for
He's
No,
WrestleMania.
not
because
gonna
after
work.
WrestleMania, I'm going back to work on Sundays.
Oh fuck! Well, then we'll just stay around. You go to work, and we'll stay here and watch the pay-per-views, and we'll let you know how it turns out.
I was thinking of letting you house sit my house while I was gone.
Okay.
That's dangerous.
I
man.
can.
I know.
Hey, I'm good with cats. Okay, I I house sit and cat sit for a girl that I dated a couple years ago. I cleaned out litter boxes. I friggin' fed the little guys. I took care of everything. I went through her drawers. And,
This is so metal.
hey,
Isn't it?
It was great. Hey, metal guys can have a fucking heart too. Okay,
Absolutely.
Fuck
Oh,
that. And his cats almost know me. Okay, his cats are nice.
I'd say they know you pretty well.
And they know me enough, and I think they can trust me because I have excessive facial hair.
I was gonna say
in
you're
one
cute and
spot.
cuddly.
He is
I'm
cute
at
and
least-
cuddly.
I'm at least that, so I can relate with them.
He's a teddy bear.
I am. I've got the wonderful fur to go with it. I just choose. I'm not going to choose to show anybody. But thank you for the offer of being in your band, but I politely decline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh.
I appreciate it. I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank
oh wait,
you.
shit! This isn't WWE. Fuck.
By the way, did you guys know Randy Blythe is home right
He
now?
is?
He's
Again?
home right now.
He's back?
He's got to go back to the Czech Republic, go back to trial.
Fuck that.
But one of the key witnesses was ill, so they granted him a stay. He indicated he would go back, and in fact, he's got a statement here. I don't have the pictures. I think that's what you were referring to last week when you asked me about no picture. But this is from his Instagram. It says, "The judge told me I did not have to return for the end of the trial, but my head and my heart will remain in Prague until I see this thing through. Prague has built a strange place for itself in my heart. It's a beautiful place, one I have gotten to know rather well, and even love to a degree, but it is a city of contrasts for me. I see Prague's beauty through a lens of tragedy. The city and what brought me there will always remain with me for the rest of my life. I must pay attention to the nature of this dichotomy and learn its lesson no matter what happens. Nothing has just one side to it, and I believe this is a mistake it is a mistake rather, to judge things immediately by exterior appearances alone. For example, take this clock, picture not available.
of course.
Prague has many, many, many towers and clocks, including the astronomical one in Old Town Square. The astronomical clock is one of the coolest clocks I've ever seen. People from all over the world would gather every hour to watch it strike the hour with all its mechanized statues popping out and spinning around. It's basically a gigantic version of the world's coolest cuckoo clock. Prague has many other cool clock towers as well.
Wow.
Someone might look at this old clock and say, tear that thing down. Why would you have that clock when there are so many others here that are so pretty? But to me, this clock is beautiful. It holds a strange place in my heart like Prague itself. The clock is beautiful to me because in Pankrik prison, it was the only way I had to tell time for a long while. After my last day in court recently, my wife, a friend, and I took the subway over to Pankrak. I needed to see it, to take pictures, to look at what was my home for over a month. It was a strange feeling returning there, and I think some wouldn't do it. I don't know, my trial's not over yet. I could return to a cell behind these walls, but I just wanted to see the place. The outside is nothing like the inside. Once again, the dichotomy of my life in Prague. This is a beautiful row of birch trees planted along the outer walls of this 123-year-old prison. On the other side is another world.
Picture
And-
not disclosed.
Yes, it goes on like that. But basically, he went back to Prague just to take a look at the outside of the prison that he'd been in for a while. But yeah, Randy's trial will resume, I believe, March 4th.
He's not gonna get any time.
Probably.
I hope not. Fuck that. He doesn't deserve to have any time.
It gets down to he doesn't deserve this, doesn't deserve that, he does deserve this. When it really comes down to it, not many people know what actually happened because apparently this is the only festival in the history of rock in the past 10 years that wasn't recorded.
Of course.
And you know what? Listen, you can just hear him. I feel like he just had like the judge tell him, "Listen, you're not going to get any time as long as you talk up Prague."
That's how it does sound like
That's
that.
what it sounds like. Clocks
Yeah, here.
Birch trees.
Yeah.
and in his prison cell. It's a beautiful prison.
It's
what?
It's so beautiful while you're getting raped.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. All the family of the victim is about $530,000 US.
Oh, that's not so bad.
That's like $500,000. It's
Which I'm sure he made off of resolution within like a week or two.
Yeah.
Which
Oh no, it says now he's facing the possibility of conviction and a long-term jail sentence after a May 2010 incident in which a fan who attended the Lamb of God performance in Prague died almost a month later, allegedly from injuries sustained when he was thrown off the stage. Now, basically, they've had friends of this guy come in and say, "Yeah, he threw him off the stage," and other witnesses now are coming forward and saying, "No, he didn't throw him off the stage. Security sucked."
jeez.
It's a festival, man. I mean, that's just how it is. I was at the Edge Fest.
Yes.
We have Edge. We had Edge Fest this summer here.
Yep.
It's from a local radio show, and
Yeah.
Evanescence, Chevelle, 3 Days Grace, Hailstorm, and a couple other bands.
Cavo and New Medicine. Wow, I can't believe I remembered that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They were playing, and the security was terrible.
Oh.
I mean, everybody was drunk. Everybody was smoking weed. It was terrible. So, it was terrible, and
2-0.
people were getting
Yeah, it was.
hurt. People were women were getting their clothes ripped off. It was terrible.
story. I went to a local pub yesterday, and I was sharing a drink with.
Sharing a pint.
Yes, I was sharing a pint with a
old Nick.
an esteemed colleague of mine, and there was this beautiful woman next to us, and she talked about how she was at Edgefest and she went into the mosh pit. Well, she got dropped, and then she has a picture in her phone of what happened to her. She has a wide open gash in her friggin' forehead, and a giant egg on her head next to it, and I guess they had to glue it shut.
Oof.
It looked like it should have been sewn shut. Like, it was nasty. Like, I could see what she was thinking. It was, I thought, wow, man, that little chick. I mean, she may be a third of the size of me.
Okay,
Wait,
we have a public service announcement from Think Metal and All Western New York Radio. If someone gets dropped, pick their ass up and then continue to
And
mosh.
make sure they're okay, too, because, mosh etiquette, mosh pit
Yeah,
etiquette.
Buffalo fans don't know what mosh etiquette is.
I mean, that's the thing. We have bands come through town, and they say if somebody gets knocked down, pick them up. But our local bands don't do it.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's nobody thinks about that, apparently. And that sucks, I mean, shit, man. I don't go into mosh pits because I'm a pussy.
That's why I don't go.
Just
I used to when I was younger, man, and I just outgrew that shit. I saw people start throwing punches and kicks. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck that shit. I ain't doing that.
No, it turns into an MMA fight.
It turns into
Yeah.
sumo wrestling
It-
for
it
skinny white
does.
kids.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It really does. I remember I went to a ska show a couple years back in Rochester, and everyone decided to wear steel-toed boots when they started moshing and just started kicking. Why?
Fuck
I like
that.
my shins. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I can't get into pits anymore because that's all it is punching and kicking nowadays. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
not
moshing.
moshing.
I want to watch the music. I don't want to get my ass kicked. If I wanted to get my ass kicked, I'd just go to any bar and call somebody a fucking homo or something. I don't know. I do what he does.
No, I pick them up.
Oh, you pick yes, but then afterwards,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
you let them blow you in your car,
Yeah.
you drop them back up and you go, you fag.
Yeah.
You do stuff
He
like
swallowed
that.
you,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
you're a homo. I see you.
I gotta say, I used to tell people a good mosh pit is like watching a herd of gazelle or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just running through the Serengeti. That's
Yep.
because that's what it looks like. Everyone's
Yeah.
just running in a circle.
That's it.
Everyone's there for each other.
Yep.
There's a little bit of pushing, or there's jumping and shoulder tackling each
Yep.
other. But that's it. And and then there's always usually two separate mosh pits.
Mm-hmm.
One for the women and one from the guys. Sometimes 3 if there were little kids.
Or if there's like really muscular women, like they'll get into the dude's pits.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
Oh, I've seen that plenty of
Oh,
times.
I've seen that plenty of
Fuck
times.
yeah.
I've seen little girls try to get into the pit and they get demolished. They
It's
get demolished,
scary.
and then an ambulance has to show up, but then everyone blames the mosh pit. Well, listen, you have to have some common sense. I don't go into mosh pits anymore, usually because I'm the one on the stage, but also I'm not going to do that to my body anymore. I'm only 26 years old and I have the body of a 40-year-old. So I have terrible arthritis in my wrists, my hands, and my knees, and my ankles. I've broken my ankles countless number of times as a skateboarder. I'm not going to do it anymore.
Remember, you're a musician. These injuries will happen.
Yeah.
Especially the wrist and hand injuries and
Yeah.
shit. Oh,
So you
fuck
try,
that.
you gotta minimalize as much as possible.
I'll tell you what. I'll add to your point. Is there's a venue in Niagara Falls. It's called Moo June's.
Oh,
We've
yes.
played there plenty of times.
yes.
Before that, it was called Paul Mary's, and they used to do shows there all the time. STEM used to play there all the time, and a bunch of bands that were
yeah.
friends of ours used to play there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And somebody got hurt in a pit. And she was like walking, and somebody ran into her, and she got, I forget what the injury was, but for the longest time, they stopped running shows there until the new owners took over and changed the name.
And then it turned into a place where people get shot.
Yes.
And from that point on,
Well, so did all of downtown Niagara
I was
Falls,
gonna
to be
say that's
fair.
all of Niagara Falls.
that
there.
sucks because
I'm glad I moved out here when I did.
yeah, I actually enjoyed playing those venues like Moo June's and Party Time Cafe when it was open, and friggin' if I could go back to the Ice House and play there again. Oh,
They're running shows.
Oh
I
yeah,
know,
I
but-
was just there Friday. I
We
played
need a
there
guitar
3
player and a
times.
drummer.
yeah, asshole.
Okay,
Quit your other shit.
get a drummer.
Quit your shit. Oh well, we tried that.
Get a drummer, and I'll try out with you.
Here's the
Okay.
problem: is to get a drummer, we need a guitar player.
Yeah. We promise that if you try out, we won't mock you too much.
Yeah,
I promise. Okay. I
Yeah,
can't
we'll-
make
we'll-
any-
I don't have any metal
We'll be nice
guitars
to you.
though.
I
Ah,
don't
who
play-
cares?
I have all
play-
hollow bodies.
I don't play metal either. I don't play metal.
It's great. It's a metal band, but your bassist keeps saying, "I don't play metal," and then you're trying to get a punk rock guitarist.
Yes,
Well, because that's Joe likes that
because
kind
you
of
get
contrast.
you get the metal vocals, and you get the metal drums, and then it's metal.
it
It makes you guys sound heavier by default.
Yes, if half the band is metal, all of a sudden it takes over and becomes metal.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
oh, cool.
Joe likes the contrast. He sees the trees out there, and and there's that big clock out there that
Yeah.
that he's going to show us eventually, and it's beautiful. Like from this, from his prison room, it's just so great. Oh God. Anyways,
Let's play some music.
please let's do that.
This one is From the Sky, a song called Juggernaut here, allwestnewyorkradio.com. Think metal.
Oh my goodness. And it fits my big old self. Oh, it's so good. It's so nice. Yeah, I was gonna wear that to the yard sale. Fucking Amy Lee. He got Amy Lee there. You suck. I'm going after her now. I know what she looks like.
We have almost all the Scarlet Embrace gigs.
Yeah.
We were supposed to play with Clear.
I'm in a project right now. It's kind of heavy. I didn't really want to go back. I wasn't Yep.
And then last year I saw Graham.
Yup. Dude, that was him picking her up on guitar was one of the best things he could have ever done. She's incredible. I saw her shred this stuff behind him. That was sexy. Yup, I think that's the one. That,
I saw the making of it. And
Oh.
like, so what's this whole story plot? A story plot. We're guitarists. We're
Yeah.
just gonna play guitar.
I swear to God. Like, and I'm a total, I'm a total dude. There is chicks. But dude, watching her play guitar and see how good she is. I'll make it.
In a place that is always dark, a place where legal burning.
Oh yeah, dude, I'll do whatever. I'll drag my balls across a mile of broken bed.
Drink the water, bleed the wine, swing from the
Shit,
apple
dude, I'm
tree.
telling you.
Temptation
Something
is
about
the only way,
female
and
musicians
manifest our
is
destiny. Now march,
Oh, I can sing.
from your hair. Hear the cries of the innocent, hear the march of the dead. Your left, right, left.
Oh,
Chain to
those.
me, your life after death. Stay.
I can go into the drummer for Kid Rock.
Burning sand, never escape the march of the dead. As we stand for big gain, I hear a silent cry. Child stands before me. He asks a question why.
Fast.
Weeps helplessly, widow wishing blind. Judgment lies before me. End of days, end of time. What did we do to deserve this fate? We've done nothing wrong.
Breaks my heart.
Live the life of the Holy One and down to the trust of all. Your left, right, left. Chained to me, your life after death. Stay in line.
I bought that CD because I heard the song so hot.
The march of the dead. March of the dead.
Fucking song.
Native to unholy land.
Oh yes. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, I know. Dude, I've seen him play twice. one thing. Yeah. Two things, yes. Two things, yes. I mean, shit. Of course, man. We're all internationally famous. Yes.
Jane Evil, March of the Damned, All West New York Radio. Think metal, think so, Joe here with George and Brian.
That was awesome.
Indeed.
Dude,
Slayer.
another great playlist today.
Oh, I always have a great playlist.
Oh.
I sit down Thursday night when I'm at work and I'm bored. I'm like, let's see, what can I play this week? And I go look for bands that I haven't played yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I start searching through the Reverb Nation charts.
Yeah.
And I find bands from all over Western New York. Like, for example, that was Jane Evil. She's from Rochester. Before that, I had Amputect. They're from Buffalo. That was an instrumental song called R.E.M., like the band. From the Sky from Buffalo. Before them, a song called Juggernaut.
Yes, dude, great stuff. Unbelievable. It's amazing the friggin' metal bands that are around here that maybe not enough people know about.
And I try to make this about all of Western New York, and we've got bands coming up from here in Lackawanna
Yes.
and in Geneva, New York.
Holy shit.
So we're literally all of Western New York
We are
is
going-
represented on this show.
the Western New York map is being represented greatly.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
There we are. We're on camera again. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Maybe one day I'll get off my ass and give you a playlist. That's stuff you should
You
play.
should. You really should do some
You
work
keep
since
sending
you're
me
here.
bands, and I keep listening like, this is cool and all, but
Sin District. How about Sin District?
I saw
have
you
to look
liked
them
them on Facebook, so
They
I
were-
haven't gotten a chance to check them out yet.
I saw them this past Friday at the Ice House, and they were phenomenal.
See, now
They're going to be playing the Niagara Falls Music and Art Festival.
Oh, nice, nice.
So is the band Ghost Feeder, who I was asking about 9 Inch Nails because of that, because
Yes.
they're industrial, little electronica, but they definitely are heavy. At least live, they're heavy. I actually I ended up buying. They have a USB drive,
Yeah.
and you buy that for $23. You get the USB drive and a T-shirt, and
Oh, shit.
You're wearing the T-shirt
and
today.
I fell in love so much. It's the second time I've seen them. I'm playing with them in Pennsylvania next month, and I'm like, you know what? They came all the way to Rochester, and they're so professional. They're great on every scale. So I had to just buy all their stuff.
That's phenomenal, dude. That's cool
And
shit.
you know, I can't. No offense to a lot of the bands, but there's a lot of bands everywhere, not just Western New York, that are just not professional. You come there and you don't have any songs to sell. You have nothing to sell. I'm okay with that. But then you better have a really good performance. Have some really good music. Know what you're going to say to the crowd. Know what you're doing. These bands, some of them, they come up on stage and they look like a deer in headlights. They look down at their instrument and they don't even try. Listen, it's dark. Sometimes it's foggy on stage. Hell, I look at my guitar all the time when I play. But you know what? At the same time, I'm jumping, I'm moving.
It's a show. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. People are there to see you perform.
If they want to hear your music, they can just buy an album. If you're internationally known, they can just go on iTunes and get it.
Internationally known, yes.
Yes, like all members of this panel today.
Apparently so. We're all internationally known.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know.
Internationally famous, I think, is what we
Yes,
said, right?
famous.
Internationally famous.
We are in our own special ways.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you guys are famous because you're musicians. I'm famous because I dropped my pants.
Yes.
I was gonna say the porn.
The point. Yes,
That's why we're on Jeremy Retired, right?
I learned my stroke from him. That's right. Barnyard porn will never be the same
You
again.
know, the only thing George is famous for in porn is how much he downloads to his
Oh
phone.
god, dude, this
Because he doesn't own a computer. So
this poor phone has. Oh man,
It tries to wipe its own memory.
No, I need a little homeless dude with a squeegee on it, just to fucking clean it off while in between. You know,
probably an app for that.
there better be, goddammit, because Jesus, it's getting pretty nasty here.
For all you metal drummers out there, I do want to state, I just got a text. There is a new app for the iPhone, and it's actually you can tune your drums with it for $4.
That's cool.
I just thought I'd throw that out there. I just got a text from someone telling me that, and they're like, You should really get that. My drummers talked about it a few times.
That's pretty tits, man. I
That's
think
that's cool, man. Because they've had for the longest time the
Yeah.
guitar tuning apps.
Yeah,
So-
I got on my Android. I got a tuner and I got a metronome. So
yeah. I've seen you tune your guitar while you were here a couple of times.
I've still got a regular fucking good old fashioned electronic metronome that I use. That I keep in one of my gig bags.
well, what I do with this, I record a lot,
Uh,
and on my, I'm really a slow learner when it comes to recording software, and I just got a MacBook Pro.
oh shit.
So I love GarageBand. It's really easy to use except for the metronome. I know how to set the metronome time.
Yeah.
But I can't find anywhere to just like you keep clicking it to find out what your tempo is.
Yeah.
So that's what I use on my phone because it gives me that. So I just go, okay, 140 or 132.
Nice. Well, hey, whatever makes it simpler for people, that's
Absolutely.
cool. Very cool shit.
But do you think? I got a question for you. Do you think it's gotten to the point now where people are just because it's so simple, it's you're getting a lot crappier music nowadays?
Anybody can do
That's,
it.
Anybody
that
can do
is.
it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's some metal bands out there. You know, I don't mean offense, but some of them should not be playing music.
There's a lot of bands.
Oh yeah, but
out there
we're
that-
in thick
Yeah.
metal, so I was just trying to keep it.
Well, no,
all-
but
I'm gonna-
you're absolutely right. I've seen bands out there where it's like, dude, really?
It's.
I mean, even when I'm
terrible.
choosing the playlist for this show, and I'm not gonna name names, but I'm listening to these bands like, okay, I can't play this on the air.
No.
yeah.
Hey, because it's pure shit. Everybody thinks that they can pick up an instrument and they can make music right off the get. No, there's a fucking process to this. You have to pay your dues. You have to, you have to learn your instrument and become adept at it before you think that you can record and do all this other shit. I mean, what the fuck, man?
Well, I mean, I know, like my band, my drummer plays to a click track. I know some bands they have backing tracks. There are some bands out there where a backing track makes the most sense, like a synthesizer part or a really low bass part, something different than what your other bass players, what the real bass players playing. That's understandable. But there was a band I saw a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to name names, but they were just regular guitar parts and piano parts and vocals that were in the back, and I'm like, listen, I'll just listen to your record then.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna. Why am I gonna see you live when half the band is actually on a MacBook?
Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate.
I mean, autotune. I think autotune has killed the music
the
industry.
death of
Yes.
music as we know it.
Listen, I need autotune for myself. I understand that because you know what, the music I write, I can't scream a lot to. It's stuff that needs to be sung. So and all I don't. When I play my punk music or some of my metal music, I'm the singer. That's fine. But if I can't sing it and I give it to a different singer, I need to at least show them like this is the melody that's supposed to be, and that's when I use my autotune software.
Now, could you imagine rock music in the 90s, particularly like grunge bands and things like that, if autotune was as prevalent then as it is now?
Oh, my
Could you
God.
imagine like what Nirvana would sound
I
like?
was gonna go to that right away. Was gonna go to Nirvana immediately.
I don't think he would have used it because look at Foo Fighters. They don't use it.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched. There's two documentaries you need to see. I think one of them is called Back and Forth, which is the Foo Fighters documentary. Talks about the life of the Foo Fighters, and then it also it touches on them recording the newest album, Wasting Light, and they did everything reel to reel, analog, phenomenal. And I don't care what anybody says, Foo Fighters can be a metal band,
Yeah.
and
I think we've had that discussion before on the Noah's Ark show.
Yeah, but I don't appreciate the fact that they won the Grammy for Best Metal Performance last year at the Grammys. Over
Yeah, didn't they win it for White Limo though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a metal song.
not good enough. Not good enough. They beat Megadeth. Okay, Megadeth is better.
I'm sorry though, Megadeth is I haven't heard a good Megadeth album since the mid '90s.
Dude, no, they're United Abominations.
They do have a new album coming
the
out.
System
They-
was failed. 13 just came out last year. Incredible.
They just announced the new. I don't
Dude.
know it offhand, but they just announced the new album title and it's gonna be released this
You
year.
gotta go. You gotta listen to some of their.
I did see them live. I saw them live a couple of years back in Darien Lake. And
Yep.
I gotta say they were pretty good.
They were awesome.
And they weren't even supposed to be on. I think Cannibal Corpse was supposed to be on.
It
that
was
show,
they
so.
were the surprise.
Yeah.
and it was a nice surprise because they're incredible live. They're an incredible band. They also the Foo Fighters beat out Dream Theater, which I think is horse shit.
Well, you know what? They suck now that Mike Portnoy is no longer the drummer.
No, Mike Mangini's incredible.
Oh,
I love Mike Portnoy.
I'm a Portnoy fan.
I am too. I even have one of his instructional DVDs because I'm not a drummer, but fuck it, I don't care. But no, but Mike Mangini, him and Portnoy were really good friends, and
Yeah.
are really good friends. And I'll tell you, if you're gonna pick one guy to replace him, that was the guy. And I really I was very hesitant at first. I wasn't gonna buy the new Dream Theater shit, but I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot, and I was not disappointed. I was happy. I missed them when they came with Mike Mangini last, but
And then the other one, the other documentary is the I saw this was the Sound City documentary that was just released by Dave Grohl, and it's great because it really they kill digital music. They nail it to a wall,
Oh, well,
and
yeah.
they're like, well, that's the reason all these great studios. I understand. You know what? I think digital recording is great for up and coming musicians that can't afford the budgets. But the problem is they go along and then they take that with them to record full length albums. Like I watched Metallica making of Death Magnetic, and I don't think any of them were really in a room together making that album. And they've made jokes about that. And the Saint Anger album, where like, okay, well, we finished the album, now let's learn how to play these songs. Dude, as a band, you should never go into a studio until you know exactly what you're playing. Like the new stuff I'm writing, I have second and third guitar parts that I can't play live, but it's great. It's just atmospheric, a little extra. I like the white noise. I like that little stuff in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge Who fan,
Mm-hmm.
which could be counted as metal sometimes.
in a few
Sometimes.
instances, yes.
Yeah, so not like Led Zeppelin, but
Oh, no.
but
Keith Moon was metal.
Keith Moon was metal. There's your metal drummer for you. He never did the same drum fill twice.
That motherfucker, he scared me.
I'd hate to cut this short, but we are running low on time. Let's get into our last
Fine,
song break,
Let's do it.
and we'll continue this conversation maybe next week.
Yes,
Sure.
That's if you want to show up.
Coming from you.
Where? What?
Yeah, I didn't see you last week either.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Let's
I warned
let's
you.
get into it. This is my dear friend Heather Muir. This song called "Raped," right here on All Western New York Radio.
My prison song.
Whenever it decides it wants to start, because you know how this works. There we go. Heather Muir, "Raped," All Western New York Radio.
Oh my god. Yeah, baby. That was actually kind of fun. It was good. We got front row seats because the girl I was with. So we got 3 general admission tickets. Little punk girl that all tattoos on and shit versus this gigantic, thick woman. And she was about like, I forget her name, but no, she wasn't fat. She was just a thick girl. Almost, yeah, almost. That was like on top. There was, oh god,
It was a good show though. There weren't a lot of people there.
Buried
That's cool and all, but
your eyes. Look outside. Black as night. Shake with rain. Where is the sun? Scared stiff, you can't run. The pain, it won't last long. You woke up, you black gone. All is gone. It won't be long. It's good for you. Now you're through. Knife blade in your back. The bleed, your blood runs black. You won't be coming back. You're dead. Knife attack. Before you die, you crawl. You try to stand or fall. Slit in your own blood. Beg for your life. I knew you would. All is gone. It won't be long. It's good for you. Mega throw.
when I was playing WB13 the other day. Just 'cause
Lights are on.
Oh,